Sponsor an orphan, and you'll help support a vulnerable child to have the education they've always dreamed of, so they can build a brighter future. You'll be feeding a hungry stomach and a hungry mind with knowledge that will last them a lifetime. That's the power of an education. Sponsor an orphan now with Islamic Relief.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. This is your host, the beautiful, the illustrious Preacher Moss, host of the SOS, the Shout Out Show. Hope that you're having an amazing Wednesday. This is why your Wednesday should be amazing, because you didn't do anything on Monday. You didn't work. You were at home chilling, doing whatever you do. And, you know, I had some time to think about this subject matter because I was just chilling out on my own for 4th of July. And was in a rush. You know how you sometimes you have to get up, use the restroom in the middle of the night, and you're just kind of halfway conscious, kind of halfway not conscious. You're conscious to the point where you don't fall down a flight of steps, but also to the point you're not really opening your eyes. And I saw like a figure, and the figure looked broken down, and like I was looking at it like, yo, what is this? And then I realized, damn, that's me. That was me in a wife beater and shorts and black socks going to use the restroom. And I said, damn, boy, you done let yourself go. And it's not even like you let yourself go, brothers and sisters. The time and effect of gravity has molded effects on us. So our faces are longer. Our stomachs are a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. They hang down like they used to. And it just occurred to me, brothers. I said, damn, boy, you're getting old. Now, we're going to talk about some of these signs of getting old here on the Shout Out Show. Now, if you don't think any of these apply to you, that's cool. But you need to check with your focus group to make sure that you are not exhibiting some of these signs. Now, I'm going to take a very comedic look at those things, because the fact of the matter is, I'd rather be old than dead. That's the way I go. You can make jokes about being old, but at least I'm still kicking. In fact, you need to get your own litany of old folk terms, because that's what you're going to be using. You probably thought I'm going to be hip to them. No, you're going to get old. They're going to be young folks. They're going to walk up to you and hold the door for you and say, no, you go first, sir. You go first, ma'am. And you look behind you like, what old person are they talking? They talking to you. You. Because when you get old, you're the last one to know. And I got some doozies here about when you get old, brothers and sisters. And there's certain things that we do try and do to put it off. But in the end, the body knows, and the body knows. Now, I will make sure that I will categorize some of these things for you. One will be finances. One will be with sayings. The other one will be with physical health. But I want you to know it's all said in good health. It's all said in good fun. Because you know what? Being able to grow old is a blessing. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the first one about when I knew I was getting old. We're going to take a small break here to get the show started, because I have to compose myself, brothers and sisters. I got to compose myself for some of these things, because some of these things is just revealed truths. Some of y'all think, I make comedy up. No, sometimes you will find yourself in the middle of your own joke. And it's so bad that when you start retelling it, you don't even want people to know exactly you that was in the middle of the joke. You will insert other people, imaginary friends that you've had or will have in the future as you get older. But my point of the matter is, it's also to have fun. Because one of the blessings is when you get older, you can look back and you can say, hey, man, I made some mistakes here. I made some good choices here. But in the end, the blessing is that you're still here. So listen, don't go nowhere. Don't be mad. This episode is Damn, I'm Old with Preacher Moss here on the Shout Out Show. Welcome back to the show. Today's show is called Damn, I'm Old. Now listen, before y'all start jumping ahead and making and assuming conclusions, let me take you through this thing. There is a process of getting old. The first process of getting old is denial about getting old. Now, before we get into the denial, I want to give some shout out and love for a shout out show family, shout out show soldiers. Of course, we have the illustrious Sister Ree coming all the way from humble Houston, Texas. Sister Ree, we hope you're doing all right. Made the wild for you. I hope that situation, may Allah put some relief and compassion and just comfort around your family. Love and blessings for all of us on the shout out show. Hope things are going better. I owe you a call. I just got in late on the airport last night, so forgive me for that. Next up, Altaf Rashid, Mr. 6 o'clock, straight up, straight down, our Canadian envoy to the show. No longer the ambassador, the Canadian envoy to the show. Man, thank you so much. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we got Mama Moss. Be careful. Old age is creeping up on you. Yeah, it ain't creeped up. It done caught up and beat up. It's creeping up, then it's caught up, then you get beat up, Mama. Just so you know, creeping up, caught up, then beat up. I am at stage 3 and revisiting it often. All right. Assalamu alaikum to you too. All right, my main man, my brother. What's going on, JT? Better known as John Lee Thomas, my main man. What's going on, beloved? I will be seeing JT, my brother, in Milwaukee, July the 6th. Yes, July the 16th at the Marcus Performing Arts Center in the city of Milwaukee, Brew City. We'll be there with the Care Get Out the Joke tour. Myself, Adair, Sister Adair, I can't remember her last name. I'm sorry. Most of the comic, myself, and another comedian. I can't remember this. That's a part of getting old. I'm lucky I remember my name. I'm lucky I remember gig. Hell, that's the way it goes. Shout out Sister Ika all the way from Indonesia, Depok, Indonesia. Hope you're doing well. Your family is doing well. Shout out to your babies, your son and your daughter. Good to see you on the show. Hope you are having a lovely day. All right. My man Bilal Salahuddin got that picture, brother. Man, I see you representing hard for Philly back in 1962. I had to throw your name. I had to throw the year in 1962. But we appreciate you, brother. Shout out to your queen, Sister Sonia. Thank you so much for joining the show. Like I said, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. From both of you in the room today, I guess. Y'all gelling like an Al Jarreau song. We're in this love together. All right, there you go, brother. When you get older, you think you can sing the old hits because younger folks don't know what you're singing. They don't know the song, so you can do that stuff. All right, so let me give you guys a little something that happened to me a couple years ago. When you get older, and I know I give my mom and my aunt I give them the blues about not understanding technology. Like my mother, she couldn't turn on a computer if the computer was on. Okay, she couldn't turn it off, couldn't turn it on. God bless her. My brother Rick has bought computer after computer over here, and she's managed to destroy them all. None of them work. They have a thing called CA, which is Computers Anonymous, and all they do is get together and talk about the mistreatment that they got from my mother. Here's a real one for you. Several years ago, I had a gig down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, I had to fly into Raleigh, and essentially, when you get older, sometimes you don't check on technology. And I basically had rented a car, and I got to the car. I'm on budget, fast break. I don't even have to go to the counter, brothers and sisters. I just take my contract and the keys are in the car. Boom, I go. I check out at the guy. I go my ID and the contract. I'm going. No lines for Preacher Mars. I'm a baller. Fast break. That's what I'm telling you. Fast break. I get my contract. I go to the car. I think it was like stall, whatever, A26. I get there, throw my bag in there. All I need to do is leave. It takes me 25 minutes to not leave. I haven't left in 25 minutes. You know why? Because the car that they rented me, brothers and sisters, was a Prius. All my life, I've never been in a Prius. And it was a shock to me because I sat there for 25 minutes. And when you know how it is, pride. That's the thing when you get older, pride. Don't let pride get you hurt. I sat there looking around the car. expecting you. Actually got out of the car, walked around, looked underneath the seats, checked on the dashboard, And after 25 minutes, I went back there to the counter, and the guy said, "Yes, may I help you?" I said, "Yes, I'm in stall whatever A20 something." He says, "There are problems?" I said, "Yes, you gave me a car." He goes, "Yes, we gave you a new car." I said, "No, you gave me a defective car." He said, "Sir, I don't understand." I said, "Sir, you gave me a car that does not have an ignition." I said, "Someone has stolen the ignition." In my words, the ignition is missing. And the guy said, it's a Prius. I said, "I don't care if it's Capricorn. There's no ignition on the car." And so the guy looked around like this here. He thought I was joking. I'm like, "Look, I got places to go. I can't find ignition. Do I flip something?" I mean, I'm looking all in the armrest for the ignition. The guy said, "No, Mr. Moss. What you do is you press down." He said, "You press down on the brake and you push this button that says start. Push the button that says start." And even when I did that, I said, "Man, it didn't work." He said, "It's on." Because the car was so quiet. Now, here's the deal. I'm not alone if I say that people my age and above do not buy Priuses. Those are young folks' cars. We can't look for ignitions. I can't be pressing down on it. And the other part is you have to move the gear shift. It's up here. The last time you had a car that was up here, this is like a 94 packet move when you driving. Now I got to do it to put in drive, neutral, got to press. That's too much stuff. I said, "Sir," I said, "I will kill myself in this car. Get me a regular car." And alhamdulillah, they got me a Camry. But my point was, I wasn't up on the technology. And I hope that they didn't take a picture of me with a security camera telling the boy that someone had stolen the ignition. Technology. We do not do technology well. Here's number two when you're getting old. And this is the one where I said, "Damn, I'm old." If you are going throughout your day and you feel an injury and you got, "Oh, my back or my shoulder, my neck," and somebody says, "How'd you hurt yourself?" And you respond, "I don't know." If you don't know how you hurt yourself, you are getting old. When you were younger, you could tell everybody the whole narrative. "I was going out for a pass. I turned left. I tweaked my knee and I fell." How else did you hurt yourself? "Oh man, I was going down on my bike and then bam, bam, bam. I was going up for a jump shot." We hurt ourselves unconsciously when you get older. Literally. I have come from the masseuse, sat in my car, checked my mirror, and my neck locked. And I'm going, I just paid for this not to happen. See what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? That's what I mean by damn you old. Now here's the killer part right here. When you see children who were not only, you saw them when they were born. I go through this with my nephews. Like, I knew these Negroes when they weren't here. That's when you know. It's okay when it's your kids, but it's when it's your nieces and nephews and you see them going on through life. You like, I remember when he wasn't here, he's the whole functioning individual. And this is when you really know they all. When they challenge you to things. My nephew's name is Justin Thomas. And I'm going to tell you something. It's a good kid. It's a good kid. I love my nephew. But, you know, back in the day, Preacher Moss used to shoot that hoop. I used to shoot that ball. And I shot it well. I put fear in the hearts of people with this jump shot right here. Look, let me show it to you. I'm not going to do it too fast. I might hurt my shoulder. Look. That's what I'm talking about. And it became a point where I talked about the jump shot so much that my nephew, who is also competitive, said, "Let's play." Well, listen, I thought I was going to get a pass. This is several years ago. I just healed up 2 weeks ago. But my point is, he wanted to see the jump shot. And every old guy knows when you're getting old, the last thing that you want to do is have yourself be shown up by a young fella because it does something to your pride. I mean, women are different, but men, we have that That vanity. We have to make sure that the young fella knows who rules the roost, which lines are still on the plane. And I took my nephew out. My brother was there. JT was there. And we ran several games of basketball. And JT knows I can hoop. But we were at advanced age and we were playing and hooping. And I was giving them the business. So come here, young fella. Waka! Who's your uncle? Waka! I'm giving it to him. What you like that? Waka! Get off the court. Waka! When I got back to my room, and disrobed and got in the shower, turned the water on, the water hurt. I'm not talking about the heat of the water. I'm talking about the water pelting on my skin. Because to play basketball with this young fella for whatever that hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, it set me back in my life. Had to be 2 months. Everything hurt for 2 months. And I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, when it hurts everywhere. If you were to slam your finger in the door, your knee would twitch because all your pain is connected. That's what I mean by, damn, I'm old. So here's the other part too. You will find yourself in conversations with other people who are old. And you will talk about your ailments like you are in a support group. So-and-so, we talk about other people with ailments, they're not even there. You know, so-and-so blew his knee out. Sure enough, he did. Look at this. Sure enough, he did. That's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. This is something that I have to say, in some regards, it's natural, but it is funny because we don't necessarily see ourselves getting old. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily see ourselves getting old. You go to the barbershop, he's been going to the same barber 15, 20 years. One day he goes, man, this gray out of control. I said, what you talking about, Negro? I was like, who are you talking? He was talking to me. If I pulled this gray out right here, it'll blow out all the lights and the computer. If I pull the hat off right here, y'all will never look at the ShOUT show again the way you used to. But the larger part of it is, I guess this is a large part of it. The reality is you got to value the time that you got left. You got to value the people in your life that you got left. And you know what? There may be some folks we have problems with, but get right. Get right with yourself. Because nothing is guaranteed. You've heard this before. Nothing is guaranteed. And I think of it often. I think of my Uncle Earl, who lived his life with absolutely no filters. And I wish before I leave this earth, I could tell everybody in the world exactly what I thought about without sugarcoating it. He did it. May Allah be pleased with him. But these are the things that we begin to see. And I say, damn, I'm old, but it's not a situation, brothers and sisters. I said, I'm old. I didn't say I'm not worthless. I didn't say I was worthless. I didn't say I didn't have any value. I didn't say I wasn't relevant. I'm just saying a natural fact that we all get older. All right. So look, we're going to take a short break. Maybe not even take a short break. I mean, who cares? Here's another way you know that you're getting old. I thought about, a brother kept calling me up. I was at the barbershop one time. Brother said, you know, he cut my hair. It wasn't my regular barber. It wasn't Valo. It was another barber. And he was like, you know, brother, he said, man, we can hook that up for you. I said, what can you hook up for me? He said, you know, we could take care of all that. I said, what? You know, the shave? He said, no, the hair. I said, no, you just cut my hair. He said, no, man, we just do little things. Man, we could make it all black. I said, huh? He said, we can make it all black. He said, the young girls like that. I said, well, that's the thing. I ain't into the young girls. I'm an old man. I got an old lady. See, I got an old lady because I'm an old man. Here's my point. He said, no, man, you could put it in for the weekend and take it out. I said, now I know you think I'm old. I said, because here's the listen, if you get your hair dyed, the truth is going to come out in your eyebrows. in your nose hair. I've yet to see somebody with a successful dye job. All this black up here, and then they got white neck hair. You know, the worst, saddest thing I saw was at the beach. Man had the hair dyed like Red Fox, looked like a black Brillo pad, chest full of gray hair. Who you fooling? Because you can't put dye everywhere. Leave your clothes on, bro. Leave your clothes on. Okay, now somebody is hold on, I'll have to call him back. But here's my thing too, man. You know, when you get old, don't fret. Allow people to treat you with the respect that you've been on this earth a while. Sometimes I would find myself getting kind of ornery around the younger folks because they did young things. When I said they did young things, they did like run and jump without pain. I'm like, look at that right there. That boy he done shot that. Look at that boy still running. He ain't even breathing. I'm like, I'm getting tired of listening to you. But that's the part of the getting old. Here's the one I knew how. I said, damn, I'm old. When you go into a room and you don't realize why you went in there. And someone was like, yeah, I went into my kitchen. Yeah. No, I went to my bathroom. And I was like, yo, I can't figure out. I said, literally, I can't figure out why I am in this room. And I'm like, it's a bathroom. So here we are. Here we are. So I will make sure that this is really, really cool. So we're going to take a small break, pause for the cause, and then we'll come back because I want everybody to still feel good. So this is shout out. Also, COVID is coming back, so please pay attention. COVID BA4 and BA5 is coming back. So, yo, don't trip. All right? Bet. Hey, babies. Welcome to Radio WCUC, Convenient Urgent Care, home of the smart patient. This is DJ What It Do. You know what time it is. It's the top of the hour, and the request lines are open. You know what you want to hear. I know what you want to hear. Operators are waiting.
I just got to hear don't get the COVID.
Don't get the COVID. Put your mask back on. The Delta COVID, more contagious than before. Don't get the COVID. Go on and get the vaccine. You know that it can keep you safe. And your people living up in your space. Don't get the COVID. You need to wash your hands. The Delta COVID is more deadly than before. Don't get the COVID. Go on and get your vaccine. You know that it can keep you from dying. Don't leave your family all alone and crying. Don't get the COVID.
We invite you to join our fight against COVID and against misinformation. It's time to listen to the doctors and trust the science.
When I think of people dying that don't have to die, it makes me sad. Now's the time to be sober. Together we can make this thing over. Let's fight the COVID. Convenient urgent care, home of the smart patient.
And we're back talking about, of course, damn old. Now, if you're lucky, if you're blessed, you'll get a blueprint for what old looks like when you're younger. They're called your parents. Now, I want you to think about some of the things your parents told you, some of the sayings your parents told you, some of the logic that they instilled to you that didn't make any sense to you. Why? Because you were young and they were in the process of getting older. Words, phrases that they would use. Like my father would say sometimes to me, boy, you dumber than a doorknob. Or he'd say, boy, you wore a horn off a wooden billy goat. These had no applications to how I was living when I was younger. But as I got older, guess what happens? To be able to come up with things creatively became even more difficult because I couldn't remember a damn thing. all I can remember was what he was been saying for the last 50 years, and now they came into view. They came into useful, I want to say useful application. And I want everybody to know too, bro. I hang out with brother, and I appreciate the elderly. Because if they like you, they're gonna tell you how you're gonna get old. They're gonna tell you how you're gonna get old. If you are afraid of becoming old, you need to hang out with the elderly. Whatever group it is, your geographical group, your diversity group, whatever it is, hang out with them and listen to the conversation. And you will pick up verbiage, you will pick up jargon that will help you as you progress in old age. Now, here's the deal. People go, preach, you talking about, damn, I'm old. Yeah. I heard a dude say, I'm old, damn it, but I'm here. And I said, that has a lot of logic to it. There's a lot of young dead people. That's what he was saying. When you were young and dead? No. So you're going to be old. You want to look at your family, da-da-da. Take everything I said, walking in the room, don't know why you're there, even if it's the bathroom. Yeah, my experience with technology, I didn't know how to work a Prius, 25 minutes. I actually went to the dude and said, hey, I think somebody stole your ignition. These things happen. And you're going to get to the point where the things you love most, the foods you've grown up on, you've lived on, your mama gave you, your grandmother gave you. When they put the plate in front of you, you got to go, I'm going to have to check my cholesterol before I have that. When you get to the point, brothers and sisters, that you got a meal plan that's color-coded, and so you have a potato, a broccoli, and a protein. Look, a potato, a broccoli, and a protein. That's when you get old. And that's also about trying to be healthy, too. So let me not diverge away from that. We all want to be healthy, But the last part, and I always think this is funny, is that you will graduate into a group of people who are older than you, and they will recognize you're old. They may be in their 80s, you may be in your 70s, but they will welcome you. And those in their 70s will welcome you when you're in your 60s. Those in their 60s welcome me now that I'm in my 50s. And they kind to help me. And I can remember a brother laughing one time because he was a country brother. I don't want to say country, southern, whatever. But, he was a great storyteller. I loved him. He always cracked me up. And he said, when you old, the traditions that you hold on to. I said, sir, he said, it's just as he said, you can bump all this stuff you see out in the world. He said, your core is what you hold on to. He said, as you get older, don't worry about getting old. Hold on to your core. And I didn't believe what he was saying until recently. I was in a high-powered conversation, lawyer over here, doctor over here, this scholar over here, and they're talking to me, and I'm listening, and I'm like, okay, what are they trying to say, and all that type of stuff. And they laid out all this eloquent stuff, all this heavy-duty stuff. And I looked at him, I said, sure you're right. Hey, keep sure you're right and show enough in your life, brothers and sisters. I will see you tomorrow on the Shout Out Show. Damn, I'm old. Take care now.